different scholars, they try to understand the law, they try to understand the nature of law, that what the law is, whether a particular rule, order, command issued by anyone, would that qualify to be a law or not? ये discussion जो है, that is always among the different scholars and philosophers, legal philosophers especially. So they have given their views that in order to become any order, in any order, any rule, any statement that is coming from me, for example, in order to become it a law, it must have certain formalities or certain preconditions, etc., etc. Now, what should those be preconditions? What should be those uh, preconditions or requirements to make it a law, to make my statement to be a law? They have been then again deliberated, discussed in detail by these legal philosophers. And we would be trying to know some of their thoughts, the core thoughts, ताकि हमारा general idea clear हो जाए. And obviously, as you grow deeper into the jurisprudence, into the law, as a student of law, you will get into the further details of that subject as well. Now, definition of law in narrower sense, यहाँ पे now generally we know that it's a law that is applied within a territory which is applied on the state. Now we will be trying to know how different people or how it has been defined by the leading jurist and why did they define it in that way. ठीक है? So it's not only about how did they, we will be also trying to know why did they define it in that particular law and which school of thought do they belong to by defining the law in that particular way. So let's have a look on some of those definitions of the law. So law is a system of rights and obligations which the state enforces. Okay. My question from you people would be, so someone has defined it that law is a system of rights and obligations which is enforced by the state. मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन आपसे ये होगा कि which school of thought this jurist belongs to? Your guesses, please.
Analytical, sir.
Socialist.
And why?
क्योंकि सर इसमें बस ने कह दिया जो स्टेट इन्फोर्स करेगी और एनालिटिकल में ये है जो कमांड ऑफ द सॉवरेन होती है.
फोर्सबिलिटी स्टेट की रेलिवेंस वो बड़ी ऑब्वियस है. दैट इज व्हाई वी से दैट someone, even if you, for example, if you come across any definition, so you now you should be able to evaluate that while this is a definition by that gentleman, but it seems to be from that school of jurisprudence and not from that school of jurisprudence, जिससे आप डिफर कर सकते हैं, आप उस पर फर्दर अपने कमेंट्स पास कर सकते हैं, एटसेट्रा. सो दैट वाज जॉन ग्रीन in his book Authority of Law. He was Canadian basically and from the analytic jurisprudence. This is another definition of law, little wide but quite comprehensive and quite attractive as well. Law is that portion of the established thoughts and habits. Certain established thoughts and habits in the society को हम law कहते हैं. Well, not all the established thoughts and the habits. Only that portion of established thoughts and habits, एक society के कुछ ऐसे habits, not all the habits, certain portion of the habits or certain thoughts of that society which has gained distinct and formal recognition. Only those habits and thoughts which have got certain formal recognition. Formal means there should have been certain procedure for their recognition, for their acknowledgement, for their admission, which has been done in the shape of a uniform rules. Now these established thoughts and habits, they have also been converted into rules, and those rules are uniform and they are backed by the authority and power of the government. And these thoughts converted into rules are backed by the authority and the power of the government. So, which school of law would this gentleman belong to?
सही normative school of law.
Okay, others. Well, why it is normative?
तो क्योंकि इसमें उसने कहा एस्टेब्लिश थॉट एंड हैबिट, तो ये नॉर्म्स और वो सोसाइटी की वैल्यूज वगैरह हो सकती हैं जो कि एक बन गई हैं, बाद में लॉ बन गई हैं, जिनको फॉलो करते करते लॉ बन गया.
Established thought की वजह से आप उसे कह रहे हैं. Okay. Any other comments, please? 022.
यस सर, ये नॉर्मेटिव स्कूल ही है मेरे ख्याल से.
Reason.
सर यही कि हैबिट्स और थॉट्स हैं जो सोसाइटी की, तो वो नॉर्म्स ही बनती है मेरे हिसाब से.
Okay, now reread this slide again. Can you see the slide? Double two.
सर ये मेरे हिसाब से हिस्टोरिकल नहीं होगा.
Double two.
यस सर.
Why is this normative? Well, read the slide. Read the definition.
Law is that portion of the established thought and habit which has gained distinct and formal recognition in the shape of uniform rules backed by authority and power of government.
अब इसको ज़रा एनालाइज करें, अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करें इस डेफिनेशन को. 11:30 हो गए यार. Shit. इसको देखें, इसमें कौन सा एलिमेंट आपको दिखाई दे रहा है? G22.
Yes, sir.
How do you see? I mean, कौन से मेन चीज़ें हैं यहाँ पे? आप क्या देख रहे हैं इस डेफिनेशन में?
सर ये established thoughts and habits हैं जिनको formal recognition है.
Have been converted into legal rules. ऐसा हुआ है ना?
Yes, sir.
They are not only thoughts, not only thoughts. Only those thoughts and the habits which have become the rules as well. Or they have the support and the backing of the government. So analytical jurisprudence, if you remember, what do they say? Do you remember? What do they say? The law as it is. The law which is in the rule as it is हो गया ना? It has been laid down. It's inside the rules as it is.
Yes, sir.
Do you see the difference? और इसी तरह जो आपसे पहले आपके फ्रेंड ने बताया, established thoughts की तो बात हो रही है, but those thoughts converted into rules, and again they are backed by the government. Again, some authority is at the back of this of these thoughts. You understand?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा जी. That was the definition from Woodrow Wilson, who was a US president as well, and fortunately he was PhD in law, sorry, in political science. Another definition, who gonna read it? 037, read it out, please.
Law is the body of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice.
1 minute, please. Assalamu alaikum.
जी वालेकुम सलाम सर.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं एक्चुअली इस वक्त बिजी हूँ, आप काइंडली थोड़ी देर बाद कॉल करें. जी प्लीज आप कंटिन्यू करें.
Law is the body of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice.
Did you hear this definition before?
Yes sir.
Okay. तो किस school of thought से do you think the scholar belongs to?
Sir, the first one which says the law is as it is.
Yes, especially look at the state aspect. If a state is behind the law, then it gets into the analytical jurisprudence. Okay. So that was John Solomon, a very known person in the jurisprudence, especially British jurisprudence. The next one, law refers to a general rule of action taking cognizance only of external acts enforced by a determinate authority, which authority is human, and among the human authorities is that which is permanent in a political society. रीरीड करें इसे, मैं फिर आपसे पूछता हूँ कि एनालाइज करें इसको, which school of thought it may belong to.
Law refers to a general rule of action taking cognizance only of external acts enforced by a determinate authority, which authority is human, and among human authorities is that which is permanent in a political society.
So क्या आपको समझ आ रहा है ये what he is trying to say?
सर ये नॉर्मेटिव जुरिस्प्रूडेंस को ये उसमें अप्लाई ज़्यादा होता है बिकॉज इसमें पॉलिटिकल सोसाइटी की बात की गई है और इसमें बताया गया कि जो डिटर्मिनेट अथॉरिटी है वो भी एक ह्यूमन होगा और जिसके लिए बनाया जाएगा वो भी ह्यूमन ही होगा.
Okay, any other comments please? Any other comments? #51 18151.
सर ये पॉजिटिविस्ट थ्योरी है, पॉजिटिविस्ट थ्योरी ऑफ लॉ है जिसमें आइडिया ये है कि लॉ इज मैन मेड और अपने लिए ही बनाते हैं और अपने ऊपर ही ह्यूमैनिटी पे अप्लाई करते हैं. ह्यूमंस ही बनाते हैं और ह्यूमैनिटी पे अप्लाई करते हैं. गॉड की इंटरफेरेंस नहीं होती जो नेचर से अपोज्ड है.
Sorry again.
Sir, this is the positivist theory of law के laws are man-made and only apply to humans and are made by human. जो ह्यूमन लॉज है उनमें गॉड की इंटरफेरेंस नहीं होती, एक सुप्रीम अथॉरिटी की इंटरफेरेंस नहीं होती.
ठीक है, इसके बाद आपने कहाँ जाना है? अच्छा जी, which is permanent in a political society. ठीक है, देखिए पहली बात तो ये है that the definition is specifically talking about external acts, means which is being done by the people, actions, उनको उनकी कॉग्निजेंस ली जा रही है, उनको कंसीडर किया जा रहा है और that is being enforced by a permanent authority in a political society, permanent human authority we can say. So basically, when we say that the law is enforced by the state, so we don't have anything like a state in existence. That is always, uh, I mean, that is always represented by the people. ठीक है, always represented by the people. तो यहाँ पे भी obviously state which is represented by the people, which could be legislature, which could be king or the queen or the parliament or the president, who is supposed to take cognizance of the external actions of human beings. तो अगेन यहाँ स्टेट की बैकिंग होने की वजह से that fall in the analytical jurisprudence. It was Holland, jurist of the 20th century. A law is a rule of conduct imposed and enforced by the sovereign. ये कौन सा school of thought हो जाएगा?
एनालिटिकल सर।
ठीक है, ये वैसे
ये
ऑस्टिन की,
एनालिटिकल है सर।
हाँ, ऑस्टिन की definition है. Now, law denotes an obligatory code of human conduct designated to satisfy the social needs of the community. Obligatory code of human conduct है that satisfies the social needs of the community. ये कौन सा school of thought हो सकता है?
सर ये नॉर्मेटिव है।
नॉर्मेटिव और पॉजिटिव के अलावा भी कोई
Sociological.
Yes. Don't you see the focus is on the sociological aspect. The social needs are the primary. Prime designation purpose of the law is to satisfy social needs. तो focus यहाँ पे in juris का focus is on the social need, on the sociological aspects of the law, of the law in the society. Why law? Law is just to fulfill certain social purposes, social needs. ठीक है? The previous definition में you might have seen the focus is on the enforceability of the law by the state, by determinate human being, applied by the state, etc. etc. State पे focus ज़्यादा है. यहाँ पे focus is now changing towards the social needs. That is why we call it the sociological jurisprudence. Leon Duguet was a French jurist of 19th century. अच्छा जी, law is the body of principle recognized or enforced by public or regular tribunals. Public or regular tribunals in the administration of justice. ये भी बड़ी अच्छी एक comprehensive definition है और एक modern Roscoe Pound American sociological jurisprudence है ये. यहाँ पे भी you must be perplexed के why it is a sociological school of law. The reason is that the emphasis is upon the enforced by public or regular tribunals. Means यहाँ पे भी focus शायद उसका ये है कि number one, the administration of justice is involved, and administration of justice obviously we do it for the society, for the social needs. ठीक है? To maintain harmony, to maintain equality in the society, you have to have the system of justice. So justice को administer करने के लिए, but by public or regular tribunals. जो the people, it is enforced by the courts, which are public in nature. Public not necessarily means कि वो they are elected by the people, ऐसा भी नहीं है. Normally हम जो भी public officer को कहते हैं वो normally public को represent directly नहीं कर रहा होता है, indirectly कर रहा होता है. लेकिन ये definition थोड़ी सी mix ज़रूर कर रही है, आपको थोड़ा सा confuse ज़रूर कर रही होगी. Number one, उसकी reason ये है that this Roscoe Pound he was American sociological jurisprudence, and since he is American, he has an influence of a school of thought that is in vogue, that dominates in American jurisprudence, जिसको हम कहते हैं realist school of law, जो कि कोर्ट पे ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे होते हैं. So here उसका फोकस भी ट्रिब्यूनल्स पे है, पब्लिक ट्रिब्यूनल्स रेगुलर, वो उसके उस इन्फ्लुएंस की वजह से है शायद. लेकिन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कर रहा है तो, और नॉर्मली हम उसको एसोसिएट करते हैं विद सोशोलॉजिकल जूरिस्प्रूडेंस. सो दैट इज़ वाई इसकी डेफिनेशन सोशोलॉजिकल कम रियलिस्ट से बिलोंग कर रही है. इज इट क्लियर? It's the objective coordination of possible acts among men according to an ethical principle which determines them and prevents their interference. ये कौन सा स्कूल ऑफ थॉट है?
नहीं तो एथिकल नहीं होगा.
Yes, obviously ethical normative आपको बड़ा क्लियरली यहाँ पे शो हो रहा है कि फोकस यहाँ पे सर्टेन प्रिंसिपल्स हैं. स्टेट गई, ट्रिब्यूनल्स गए, what is important is certain principles. So law should be according to certain principles, certain norms, and that leads us to the normative jurisprudence. Del Vecchio, जो भी है, he was also, I think, Italian jurist था 20th century का, and it belongs to the ethical jurisprudence.